if you've watched an earlier video of mine that talks about the custom order of my vehicle, of my truck that I'm sitting in, you'll know that I picked it up March 9th. Today is April 3rd, and that puts it like right about the 3.5 week mark. And I am currently at 3,424 miles on the odometer. So I've seen a lot of like 3-month reviews and 6-month reviews and year reviews, and my intention will be to document my experience with this as I progress through those numbers and through those milestones. But I hadn't seen anybody who had done one in the first month, and definitely not somebody who had done one with this amount of mileage on it, on their truck. So I can say that over the last 3,000 miles, I have seen the mileage sort of steadily increasing. It's been a slow process, and I anticipated that it was with my old truck as well. But ultimately, I think there's a lot of value in just being patient and taking care of your vehicle, and understanding that, like, diesel especially has sort of a weird break-in, especially some of the biodiesel now. You know, my understanding is that B5 to B20 range, and in case you didn't know, if you see the letter B and then a numerical value next to it, that generally is the percentage of biodiesel present in that diesel mixture. A lot of the places around my home are a B20 mixture, and that is, if you read through your manual, you'll see that you should anticipate having to change your fuel filters more frequently if you run B20. The other part of that is diesel itself has a fairly high, a very high lubricity, like it lubricates well. And my understanding, and please correct me if I'm wrong, is that the biodiesel component of that sort of increases that lubricity. So that may actually be delaying the break-in process. So I'll be sort of looking at non-biodiesel options if I can. That is a good-looking Ram right there. The best I think I've averaged on a city highway mixture so far of driving it through an entire tank, and I commute 60 miles per day to and from work, so 60 miles total. And that, I mean, I'm currently on sort of the second stretch of that, which is it's about half of it is freeway, maybe a third of it is sort of like mixed city and like country road driving, and then the rest of it is just sort of like deep city stuff once I actually get into work. So it's sort of a weird mixture, but you know, hey, that's real world, I suppose. The best I've gotten throughout that process has been about 18.5 miles per gallon. Old truck, and then for whatever it's worth, the road trip that we took back from the Spokane dealership to my house in Oregon, 400 miles or so, and you know, stopping like one time, we averaged, I believe it was 16 miles per gallon. So it's increasing, and that's great. So I'll keep you guys posted on the fuel economy. And my commitment to you is I'm not going to like sandbag information for like making a better video. I'm not going to minimize or hide information that casts a negative light on this truck. Like my bias is obviously known if you've seen any other videos of mine, which is that I love this truck, and that's why I bought a second one after crashing my first one. I had some random issues with the first truck, like the little button on the door that you can lock the truck with while the keys are in your pocket. That, if I touch it, sometimes it would, and actually pretty frequently it would unlock it, like re-unlock the truck, like I was grabbing the handle, just like touching it with my fingertip, and it would unlock it. So that was one issue. I think it had I let my remote start run out all the way one time, and then, by the way, it only run for 15 minutes. You can restart it from the key fob, I think, one more time, and then after those 15 minutes run out, then the truck shuts itself off again, which is annoying. You actually have to physically go out to the truck to start it. after going through that, I actually had a check engine light pop up, and it lingered for, I don't know, a few hours before it went away. And I never had it checked out. I just assumed maybe like some sensor thought it died, like whatever. I don't typically plan on letting it run out. And those are really the two main issues with the truck. This one so far, here are the issues I can identify for you. The driver door is the only door that has it is just a hair harder to close than the other ones. And I'm not trying to complain here, just giving you an honest breakdown of the only issues I found. So number one, driver door is a bit hard to close compared to the others, and it's not an issue. It's certainly not like worth me taking it in and being without it for a couple days or a day or whatever while they take a look at it under warranty. The other thing is that my key fob has been, and I don't know if that's an issue with the truck itself or with the key fob, but it has failed to detect a key fob a handful of times, and it's always when it's like right in the middle of the center console. And it did that just a little bit ago, and that concerns me a bit because it means I can lock my keys in the truck. So I'll have to keep an eye on that. Other than that, and the trick to doing that, if ever your RAM says key fob not detected, just press the start button literally with your fob. That will start it immediately. And that's done it a couple times. That's resolved the problem a couple times it's happened. There is a way to tie personal settings to the key fobs, and I'm going to be doing a breakdown about that as well. But those are the two issues that I found at this point. It still smells absolutely brand new. Everybody who gets in it says the same thing, that it still smells new. Again, wind noise way lower without a sunroof. If you aren't in love with a sunroof, I think there's a lot of benefits to not getting one. So other than that, pretty much smooth sailing. The only additions that I've made are adding Husky all-weather floor mats. I added some HID headlights. I think that white light looks really good with the gray and black theme. And also, HIDs do have a functional benefit as well in that they are brighter. It's been through the car wash. I noticed that the power folding mirrors, the passenger mirror is slightly faster when it's closing, and it was the same on my old truck. Also, the interesting thing is when after I crashed my old truck, I opened the driver's side door to get out, and it just, I was at such an angle that it just goes wham, and it was very difficult to close. After that, it bent some of the material inside the door, and so I just found it kind of funny that my replacement truck has a bit of an issue closing the door. So my first truck was 2016 Ram 2500 Laramie with a Cummins diesel, and very similar to this one. I put 27,000 miles on it in 13 months and averaged 20.2 miles per gallon over the life of that truck. Just keeping track of that. This truck, 3,434 miles now. It is just a blast to drive. There is one other thing that I forgot, and that is that I don't know if it's my like spare tire carrier or the bed itself, but in certain cases when I'm going over like a significant bump, like a really jarring bump, you can hear it. It's like like it makes a thunking sound. So that's it. And this is me sort of stretching to find things that are a problem. I really like it, and I'm very curious to see how a just dealer like mass ordered truck like my first one compares to a custom ordered truck like this one. And to me, if I were a worker, if I knew that this were a custom ordered truck for somebody, I would probably take a bit more time during the process. And I know that's probably wishful thinking, but maybe it's how it worked out. Anyway, I'll keep you guys posted. If you have any questions about the truck or like how it's going, let me know, and I'll try to do I'll try to keep this process of sort of like milestone reviews going. So anyway, take care.